These are the best highlights from the matchup between Weibo Gaming and AL during the 2024 LPL Summer Split.
The Skittle, Tarzan gets the camp.
And the problem with the Scuttle Crab is you never quite know when it is going to dash that far up the lane. Xiao, who very low, has to flash. A flash auto would do it. Doesn't need it. Gets to jump away. Doesn't take aggro for more than a couple shots and still has the flash to work with. Bot lane we go to his X-Bear. He's pushing up the daisies. Deceased, gone to meet his maker. He is an X-Bear.
Oh, he goes down, and sadly, the execute onto Shanks means that, well...
The shield his lane on in, but I did wonder whether he was going to be incredibly cheeky and then look for an immediate R play somewhere. But no, we'll get to reset and actually straight back over towards the Dragon. I do apologise, he misspoke in terms of where he was on the map, but still engaged in the bot lane. It's a big chunk of the hope, but he turns around with a very large piercing arrow into a dredge line afterwards onto Light, who immediately has to cleanse, and there comes the Requiem! Thanks for the lane XP, and Croco gets a kill in a Dark Harvest proc.
Croco just farms bot lane and goes back to killing Baron. Croco's just been called off from his, 9 to 5 to do a quick shift somewhere else. Ganks the entire map, gets the Dragon. Yes, does give up the grubs, but AL, they have been so organized in this early game. They are eclipsing Weibo and
Engaged onto, still has the flash and doesn't feel need to blow it yet. Kyle will flash well on the other side. Breathe will jump on that Nautilus, the Ignite down as well, and there's not that much further to go. Requiem coming on down, should bring down X-Bears. It's a 1-for-1 in terms of the supports. Breathe, now looking towards our lane. You can see a big chunk that Jack's got towards that top lane onto Light as well, who did have to cleanse.
While this is happening, Shanks is pushing bot lane alone, so this was a 4v5 effectively in the top side. Yes, it was a bit split, but that's with the numbers that we're fighting with. Tarzan going towards the grubs, can still look to try and take this. Teleport in, but also Shanks is coming.
Breathe without the dominance as well makes this one tricky. And Xiao, who goes towards the mid lane. Still going to be in a bit of a contest around these grubs. First one taken, interestingly, by Hope. We continue to fight. Everyone's respawned. We go again.
Here we go. Kyle, no flash, doesn't have his ult either. Tarzan
gets on in. There's that scorch and some searing damage comes on through. Still another 1-for-1 as X-Bear goes on in. I think it is bear hunting season. It feels like dying a few times. They will, however, secure the grubs. They
just avoiding the Renekton in the early game. Going towards that bot lane turret means that Weibo, they get to split the map now. They go straight down towards the Dragon. And yeah, as we saw this play earlier, what the heck happened there? Oh, no, this Light survivor. Okay, I was wondering why that picture-in-picture was so important on the game.
Yeah, Faded Ashes into the Malignance. He knows exactly what we want to do. He's got the farm speed up, and then it's all about hitting R as often as you can. Towards the top lane we go. In comes the dive. Lots of slicing, dicing, and culling of the meat. And Jax really wishes he had a real weapon right now.
Breathe has been such a monster in this lane. We said it's Jax, legendary. Breathe on the Renekton, on any kind of bruiser champion, requires respect as well. It's going to be first turret taken down in topside. They have the 5 grubs. And
the Alistair and the Kai'Sa very happy to follow him in on some of those dives. Light was very happy to get involved there and press the R button.
Is very good at scaling, so you get those ultimates more and more often, and it gives you so much to play with. He'll get the Leandries next. We've typically seen the Leandries into the Malignance, but Croco said, hey, I just want to have more ults early. I don't know whether...
Damage that will be forced to flash towards the top side. Shanks claims that tier 1, so it will be a trade, but there's a Herald to work with. Tarzan.
Vision control. They've lost mid lane wave. Hope's not in position. They could be in a bad position now.
X-Bear goes on forwards, trying to be the #1 predator in North America. Breathe now pops the Dominus. And the hungry hippo turns into a very angry crocodile, as we mentioned before. There'll be a Requiem that does very little here, and kill on the jungler, back away to the Dragon. Weibo Gaming.
Really clean punish. I mean, you see Hope goes to clear mid wave. There's no Varus there. No ultimate to go change anything else. Breathe teleports immediately back mid lane, stop the response.
Ruthless Predator can begin to get a lot of damage down, but Breathe has actually gone very deep. He's gone too deep. Huge shutdown going the way of Hope, but there is the R from Light. Continuing to try and auto. Flash on forwards. Flash forwards in turn. Trying to get onto Light, but Kyle will not save his own life. Burning down to the brand. Not quite dead. The piercing arrow goes down onto Tarzan, who's now in danger himself. Has to flash on out and Shanks. Not that crazy, but it's interesting it's happened twice.
And if I was a rock band that needed change, I'd be a Nickelback. And we'll see how AL remind Weibo of their own power in this game.
Well, they're going to be playing out like they're animals. The crocodile in particular, a very dangerous one, but it is, in fact, Light that gets a hold of that. Back away. If everyone cared about these references, we'd be in a much better place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be the kill. Oh, no, and it turns out it was X-Bear's last day around that Baron. So there's at least 1 kill back, and it's going to be... I mean, that's an ult from Croco to stop resets coming through. Is that...
To something in the mouth there that needs to be gotten rid of.
Now with shut up, Bear. With Dragon spawning, AL looking to claim this one. I think Croco's ultimate, because he has the Malignancies up off of cooldown more often. They stop the resets cleanly coming in from Weibo. They end up getting the Dragon because of that. Even Ish fight on the top side, getting the Dragon. AL, I think that ult at the end from Croco for me does work.
Into corruption will be avoided. All the while though, Shanks gets a tier 2 and then teleports in. Ale using the Hex Gates to find a flank angle, and Weibo Gaming, Hexbear's ultimate's about to run on out, and that is no longer the toughest steak to fry, looking medium rare and ready for serving. Breathe is last. Nothing more in the oxygen tank. Tarzan goes on forwards, but unfortunately, he's looking more like Jojo the Jungle, flashes on forwards and splats into a tree. And they'll get the entire team and run right back to Baron. Oh, Weibo Gaming, it was looking so good. And the inconsistency strikes once more.
3 still dead from anyone's legend. They should be able to get the Baron. Of course, the Karth is one of the best in the game at doing this. Croco can keep toggling on his E, keep using that Q single target, saves mana for it. I think he's even going to be able to take this. Ala's going down quite low. I wonder if they even have the mana on Croco left to do this. It could be quite close.
Be close. Of course, he's got Malignant, so the lost chapter maybe is enough. Does Croco just die and try and kill it?
They can't take this. They can't take this.
Expert's gonna come on over. Oh no, they get it. But can they now get on out? It's gonna be a hop over the wall. Brand is here and he'd love to make the infection spread, burning through some veins. All the while though, Ale, who has not been the main character in this game, has been decidedly weak side. Now on the split push threat, now at 2.5 items is a problem of his own. Dragon started.
He can teleport in at any time he wants. Dragon getting completely exploded. Anyone's legend, the Karthus is trying to take that one while the top lane fracas is happening. Ala getting control of this matchup now. Yeah, we'll try this. Okay, we'll try that. Sorry, folks. So this is what ended up happening through, though.
There you go. Engage comes on through Karthus pressing R. Tarzan goes down, and Shanks gets another kill, and that looks like it probably was the end of the game. Good little fight in the mid lane, and overforce from Weibo, who are in desperation street anyway.
Yeah, so it means like AL, they ended up winning through that late game. Sadly for us, we ended up missing that live. We'll do our best to try and triage on that one as it comes through, but sadly enough, does feel like Weibo couldn't see it out into the late game.
That looks to be the way. Now with the mid and jungle gone, the towers get sieged on into. Breathe has Hysterix popped alongside his health bar, and Light unfortunately dwindles away as Arlette steps on forward. Shanks gets to rocket jump again, and anyone's legend, a little bit interesting in that mid game, but once things came online, a good dragon fight, and it was right back in their favor all over.
In top lane, Solo Q barely plays this champion in jungle. They played in top lane instead, so bit of a flex coming through. Tarzan, always known for his versatility in the jungle.
Begin to unbind his soul and look for Mortal Steel. The wave comes crashing on through, draws some lines in the sand, and Shahu down about a third HP.
Yeah, you see what I mean? X-Bear's going in.
We'll go on in, but here comes Tarzan, and the next impact do some damage. There's a suppression after the flash away from Croco. Does buy some time. Kyle will flash forward to get a W in and get the stun onto Light. There's the return of the Fate Sealed, though, and the tree is felled very swiftly. Croco now coming on over. Another extra edge of Ixtal coming on forward. Wait, that's the Diana ability. It's the Ixtal impact. I'll remember that one of these days. Croco overheated, unable to impact this game like the Scorpion has been doing. We'll finally throw out some more harpoons, and anyone's legend just lose out big time. Third charge into a wall. Third ability to get involved, and Weibo Gaming walk away with 3.
Great engage in the bot side. A lot of damage to keep rolling through fights. There's another dragon potential fight coming up now.
Zeke's conversions completed for Tarzan, gone towards that very cheap item to really empower your ultimate. Breathe with the teleport in, gets a huge angle onto the backline. Hope in danger, and Hope dies. Breathe will be traded for it though. That will be the 1-for-1. Tarzan comes careening through a wall with his E, and the
Dale's been very good at calling through that. Well, Expert's just dead.
Yeah, likely is. The Rel goes crashing on down, but even Ferromancy and a bit of magic not going to save you this time around. A kill going the way of Hope.
We've had a lot of rookie supports come up in the LPL recently. Vampire, Niket, Feather last year, and of course Expert joining that roster of rookie AD carries coming up, not AD carries, supports coming up as well. Doesn't quite land the mark on that one despite his good series. Breathe, not stopped.
Teleport coming on through. Xiao will have the ultimate. Kyle will throw down the eye himself now. Xiao who in danger. Doesn't have anything like Merc Treads. That's just a lot of CC. You can't Spirit Rush out of death.
What is Xiaohu doing teleporting in there? He throws away his early advantage. Breathe likely to die as well. Has a hook shot, but no extra damage.
give you the advice a lot of doctors will give you. Just breathe through it. There's nothing to be done about the pain. 2 kills towards AL in the top lane.
So AL, they find themselves another good fight. Breathe was winning in the 1v1s against Ala, but can't end up winning in the 1v3, basically. Xiao, who throws himself into the meat grinder as well. Another down moment for such a legendary player. This happened before. Expert is in a good spot on the Ashe.
Breathe, about to potentially be jumped on here. Kyle's coming on up, but there is still the Fate Seal just shy of catching Breathe out. Still, the damage is real! Shanks Breathe!
The blades come out. There's a big collapse on top side now.
There comes the long cats going on forwards. I've seen a pillar or two shaped like that. Tarzan now being jumped out of the Scorpion, pulled out of the ultimate, but the damage back is still pretty huge. Gonna go down, gets his Z's conversion that just doesn't do anything. His equalizer comes on down and the light burning out. A flash for the Q3 doesn't quite work out, and there is the Magnus Orb into a stun. And that's a little deep, Alec.
Okay, so 1-for-1. Tarzan goes down. Xiao, who has flash, has 2 ult charges left. I was wondering if he could follow up any more. Yes, they can.
Ooh, more damage comes on through. Expert gets on in. Hope burning down. Not quite dead. And they get some more damage. Shanks with a Spirit Cleave and a Soul Unbound. Drags a few people to the underworld with his own swords. He's still going. Breathe is here. The Hextech ultimatum. And he's still alive.
Oh, Shanks in name and by nature. These blades look so sharp, and he plays with them. Shanks can hold up to this reputation, which he's starting to build himself.
Tarzan will be here to potentially shield, but that is now the Meowkai alongside Shanks, ready to throw down a few R button presses and Breathe. I think wisely will back away from this turret.
Herald going the side of anyone's legend. They have the 5 grubs. That means the Herald push is going to be absolutely nasty if they get it. Still not down just yet, though. Weibo needs to be careful not to do some Safari League of Legends and get eaten by the local wildlife. You watch these objectives go down and you don't contest them. Sometimes you can be at the back end.
Was the Herald's that stop soul point from Weibo too?
This is going to be really difficult now from Weibo because you were in your point of pass. A great ultimate from Kyle.
Tarzan's still going to flash through a phenomenal impale, though. Is there going to be enough follow-up? Everybody from Weibo coming on into play, but the turnaround with the burn from a Ziggs and a Rumble is pretty damn huge. More damage comes on through. Ale will come on to get a double.
And even then, when Weibo get the huge combo from Expert, they get Tarzan ulting Shanks out of his Fate Steel. It's not enough. And with the rest of his team, Weibo forced to answer.
Okay, well, the Baron started on up and overcome Weibo Gaming. Tarzan on the Skarner with a flash, with the ability to burrow through some walls. Could theoretically get on in and steal this, and do anyone's legend want to look for the play? Tarzan, that was a whiff. I saw that impale go short. And now the turnaround comes on through. The ultimate delayed Maokai makes it so easy to land an Inferno Bomb, a Fate Seal, an Equalizer. And there's just too much damage, too much frontline, and Weibo Gaming, they just don't have enough in the tank.
They only lose the 1 kill, so it's not as bad as it could have been. AL did have a lot of damage, but they were kited away from. Doesn't stop the fact, though, their Smite's dead. The jungler's dead. It's going to be the Baron and 1 kill from AL. A clean turn off of the objective. There's no contest left from Weibo. And because Weibo, they committed their teleports to go towards the Baron, they couldn't even go across the map and try and get themselves across map instead. AL, comprehensive, they would be in a position where they can't qualify. I think no, if they won 2-0 in the last play, they could do that. So it's still, they don't go out here, but it makes it very difficult.
Tarzan was trying to find a flank option, but unfortunately runs into a lot of members of AL. I get what you're going for. It's desperation angles, a clock, but it just gets dominant
coming out of this group, and they just need to do the victory lap here to seal it off.
Goes the ultimate. The cats come crashing along. The Nature's Grasp are doing its work. Expert taken low. Breathe forced away. No way they get to wave clear that. Xiao on a flank angle, still 3 seconds on Tarzan spawning. And anyone's legend is by the numbers. Ale flashing on forwards. Can't quite get what he was looking for. But either way, still looking for a bit more as Shanks.
The Ashe arrow hit onto Shanks, but they couldn't follow up.
Of course, he's got the jack. Chasing, Ziggs just stands and delivers and turns into a turret.
And then Kyle, he still has that Warmog, so they're going to stop that recall. They can't walk up and do that much more than that.
Breathe! I don't think he's going to be breathing all that much longer. All out goes Ale. Perhaps is wishing there's a different kind of drink available to him. Sorrow's not able to be quenched right now as Tarzan gets the ultimate off. Flash on in from Kyle to try and get a kill. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Breathe in the Hextech ultimate and will not survive. Expert now being run down by a very hungry man with a pair of Antofos. The slow from Light with the volley might be enough to keep front line. The dragon stacking at this point. Who manages this Yone? The answer is realistically no one. How realistically is it to get onto the Ziggs on a regular basis? Not very.
So, Dragon down, Baron up in a minute. Hope, no flash, and that Satchel's not great.
Good stopwatch, though. Means Tarzan's ultimate is immediately nullified. Breathe. Then teleport on in. Can't get towards the backline. Option will try and get towards the wave instead of Zale. Drags Tarzan over the wall. Looking for a Q3. Shanks gets another kill. And both solo laners find one apiece. Breathe in a 1 versus 3. Desperate to get something. Will Hextech ultimatum. But I don't think your letters are particularly strongly worded. Oh, scissor legs, Karen. Down you go. And anyone's legend can start to walk through the mid lane, trying to get something with Xiaohu, but can't even get a kill onto the
Charm over the wall does nothing. Hope has teleport, and I think they might have just put Weibo again back down into the bottom of the table, into the for that last spot.
Don't think they count as just anyone's legends anymore. They're looking like LPL legends in the making. They have been monstrous in this group. This split has been a statement indeed. They want to prove that they are one of the very best in the league. They want to prove that they will be competing, not just for the Ascension stage when they get there soon enough, but maybe towards the top end of that group and worlds beyond.
These were some of the best moments from the matchup between Weibo Gaming and AL during the 2024 LPL Summer Split. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.